listen to me. There's not a person yet. Do you hear me? There's not a person. There's not a financial advisor, financial educator. I've been doing this for 15 years now, and there's not one person. Do you hear me? I compare myself, what I train, what myEcon train on, and there's not a Susie Orman. Everybody goes in the same direction, because when you have, everybody has the same financial blueprint for financial success, okay? So you can be any type of agent you want to be. You can be in any type of industry that is connected to finances, but you're going to go, and you're going to have to go this way if you really, really want healthy finances, okay? If you really want financial freedom. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. I had some more noise control. And so listen, everybody goes this way. And so that's why we started with the basic foundation of budgeting, and we're moving you forward so you can get to your main goal is investing. And in June, I want you to know that June Collier is our guest. The third weekend in June, we are doing our virtual conference. And my intent is to get you working, make sure I've done my part as your coach, to get you in a position that when he shares investment education with you and gives you an outline and how to get you moving and how to get you motivated to investing, you guys already have the basics out of the way and you are ready to move forward. This is basic training. It has to be this way. It must go this direction. So with that in mind, today we're talking about good debt versus, or good debt and bad debt, okay? Good debt and bad debt. So we want to look at the fact that, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm talking about this. Again, we've got to move some things out of our way to get to where we're trying to go to. And there are people, and you need to start training this to your children, your children's children, and everybody, because there is a difference. We talk the language of being debt free, okay? We want people, we talk about being debt free all of the time, you guys. And people are saying, well, you know, I'll never get there. But I think in order to understand even what the term debt free means, or even if you can live debt free at this point, because that factoring into your debt, being debt free, has something to do with your age. Okay, I'm 55. If I got a mountain of debt, I'm gonna have to use wisdom to come out from under it at 55, and perhaps having a medium income or no income or low income. Okay, that's going to make a major difference is where I am. That means that we have to move with more aggression than someone who's 10 years younger, 20 years younger, someone who's just getting started. But it's very important that you understand that everybody may not live debt free. And I'm going to talk about why you may not in a moment. But there is a difference. It is said that no debt is good debt, and debt helps people afford to make major purchases. Absolutely, that is true. There are some debt when we don't have the finances in place, when we have not prepared for our major purchases, then absolutely debt helps us afford our major purchases. Y'all already know that would be a home. That's most likely a car. Those are the two biggest things, and student loans, okay? But the problem we have is not obtaining the debt, it's actually understanding the debt, what type of debt we have, how to work our way out of it, and not using it carelessly, okay? And most people use their debt carelessly when they do not have the education, they do not have a strategy, and they do not have a plan to eliminate that debt, okay? Do we have any comments so far? All right. So we know that we made the statement that we don't want credit cards to be our emergency fund. Now, this is what I always tell people. If it happens to be your emergency fund, you better have a plan after that. See, the way I operate now that I've gotten some wisdom about money over the years, if I make a debt, I have a plan. And then I make the debt with knowledge. I will know how long before my interest accrues. I will know if I can pay extra, is there's a way, if what my prepaid penalties are. I would know what the outcome would be if I pay extra on the principal. And then I would draw up a plan of action. And guys, I actually did that when I was single and had nothing to do with myEcon, because I never liked owing anybody. Okay, y'all heard that in my last video, my last training. So y'all go look at it. Okay, so let's take a look at what it is. So if a debt you obtain, good debt is if the debt you obtain helps generate income and increase your net worth. It may be considered good debt or positive debt, okay? So we know that your net worth is about your expenses versus your income, or your assets. Assets minus liabilities is your net worth. And so you want to have more assets than you do liability. So if obtaining that debt helps your net worth, then that is considered good debt. Okay, so let's see. College education, as much as we do not like student loans, can be considered a good debt because it will increase your net worth in the long run. But remember, a lot of people gonna disagree, but remember, you don't obtain these without having a strategy in mind. And so any student who has to obtain student loans the first year should have gotten it by now, that they should do all they can to at least make a 3.0 to obtain some scholarships, some on-campus scholarships, some outside scholarships, some fellowships, so that they won't have to get it anymore. And the average student who does not come out of college with the proper GPA and so forth in order to get the scholarship they need to go to school, they're going to obtain about $14,000 in their first year. And that's on this inflation. Let's not talk about what the future looks like, okay? But all in all, it can be good debt if you mess up and you need to get started. It does not mean that you cannot get started, okay? The next thing is business ownership. There are sometimes, I'm loving the classes that I'm in. I'm almost through, guys. I'm almost through where I can get to you, but I'm down to Joseph. I'm down to 3 classes before I graduate and have my marketing degree. Woo-hoo. And so right now I'm in creative, innovative, and entrepreneurship class that I'm truly, truly loving, because it's actually just backing up all the things that I've learned from the mighty powers that be and mentors in myEcon, right? But business ownership, in some cases, people will have to obtain venture capital, okay? They will have to put out in order to make money. Now, let me say, this is, again, not done without a plan to know what products you have, if there is a need for that product, and then having an outline or projection on your budget and your profit, right? And so this will be a net worth to you if you had to borrow money and go into business. The next one is real estate, which includes home ownership. At first, when you purchase your home, let me deal with that. When you get your mortgage, it's actually a liability to you. However, when you actually become the owner of that home, then it becomes an asset to you. And if you keep the home in good shape, there are things you can go and find that keep your home in good shape, like the truss, no broken windows, constantly painting, power washing, and cutting down weeds and adding rooms and adding types of things like this. It grows in value. And then the neighborhood that you have the home in. Well, That's one way of obtaining real estate. The next one is if you needed to take your credit and go and borrow funds for say flipping houses or putting up apartment complexes or any other type of real estate, then that would be considered good debt, because guess what? If you borrow money to actually flip a home, the type of loan that you're going to get is going to give you so long in order for you to get that up and to have it purchased. And when it comes to its maturity, what you do is you make money, because somebody's going to go and get a loan and they're going to actually pay off for that money that you have, and then hopefully you did it properly and you're going to make money. So it's going to pay it off, and then you're actually going to make a dividend from flipping that house eventually, until you have enough money that you can do it out of your money. But this is when good debt, or when debt is actually good debt. Okay. Now let's take a look at, and y'all can comment. I'm trying to look at my phone, and I think Coach McKee is watching too. So let's take a look at bad debt. Okay, bad debt is buying depreciable assets or debt that does not add or increase in value when your debt to income ratio leaves you broke. Okay, come on, that's important. I want y'all to comment DTI. I want you to put in the comment DTI, which means debt to income ratio. That's your debt to income ratio. That is so important. When the amount of debt that you have incurred on a monthly basis takes all of your money, your outflowing. Remember, we talk about positive cash flow, negative cash flow. So when your cash flow comes in and more of what your debt takes your cash flow away from what comes in, then this is bad debt. I want you to take a look at this. I got an example, and in that example, it says monthly income is $5,000. Monthly debt payout. Now, we're just talking about, this is how we do it if we're mortgaging, doing mortgaging too. Okay? Say, for instance, everything you have in debt comes to a total of $3,995. Okay? So I should have put these numbers backwards, but you divide $3,995 into 5,000, and you see that at least 80% of your income that you bring in on a monthly basis, that's right, goes to debt. Now, this is possibly a house, okay, a house that you have incurred, maybe $200,000-$300,000 house that costs you $1,500 a month. You got that last 2020 vehicle that's costing you $700 to $800 a month. You got the credit cards, because listen, somebody that's making $5,000 a month has pretty good income, right? So they think they balling and shot calling. And so you go get that credit card, and that's probably got a $10,000 limit on it. And then you got to pay anywhere from $300 to $500 a month back on that credit card. You might have an American Express card. Oh, you balling shot calling, and then you just realize all of your money is gone. That is bad debt. Okay, that's what we just talked about: cars, clothes, consumables, and other goods and services, and credit cards. And if you take a look at this, you only have 20%, only 20% of your income, based on this scenario, only 20% of your income is left for eating, entertainment, saving, investing, vacationing, emergencies. And y'all, I put this last, but a girl have to put this here because I believe in my 10%, tithing off. And see, if you take a look that you did this, can I go a moment to who I am? If you did this to yourself, you'll stop saying that the church and the preacher's trying to take all your money and then trying to find a way not to believe in paying tithe and offering. Okay, all right, that's what another thing. Y'all know I'm gonna do that. Y'all know I'm gonna do that because we gotta be responsible, okay? So, how does poor DTI affect your credit? Let's take a look at it. Not only does debt affect your spending ability, but it also has a direct impact on your credit score and a direct impact on your ability to borrow money or pay a low insurance rate, vehicle rate, home mortgage rate, and other rates that we have not mentioned on here. It could even affect having your job, getting a job, okay? Next, the amount of debt you have is one of the biggest factors that go into your credit score. And so your level of debt is 30% of your credit score, okay? Now, the credit scoring calculation considers your credit utilization, the ratio between your credit card balance and your credit limit for each of your credit cards and your overall credit utilization. Let's say that again. Says, okay, Kirk says, I am taking body blows on each of these bad debt topics, but due to myEcon, I have not taken the final blow to the jaw yet. Okay. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for, Kerman, Scott, because all of us are here at some point to enhance what we've been doing or bring change to what we've been doing and find somewhere in all of this a niche and a different way of doing things. I call it mindset, a change of mindset and a change of habit, okay? And so I want to read that to you again. The credit scoring calculation considers your credit utilization, the ratio between your credit card balance, that's what that is, and your credit limit. Your credit utilization, again, is the ratio between your credit card balance and your credit limit. So if your credit card balance is $1,000 and you have $999.99, and you divide that, then you already know you're out the ball game. That's what happens when you have credit limits that total on your credit report to $50,000, and you have absorbed at least $40,000 of your credit limit, then your credit score is going to be low, even if on your credit report it says in good standing. Can y'all get that? Even if it reads in good standing because you're paying monthly minimums, it is not in good standing in actuality because your balances are too high. You'll get a report, and one of the things that says affects your credit is the fact that you have too many debt and you have high balances. Okay? All right. Now, let's take a look. Now, how does poor DTI affect your credit? Once again, I wanted you to get a good picture of the credit utilization. Okay? Right over here, this is your credit score wheel. I told you that 30% of your score actually comes from your debt utilization. So you can see that's a big chunk. That's a big chunk right there, and how you're being scored on a FICO level. History and all the rest. I'm not talking about those. It's not really a credit repair class. So although there are more situations that may affect your score, utilization plays a huge role. Okay? Because other things, if you're a decent person paying your bills, that affect your score. When I say other situations, it may be just how the information is reported, even on a good standing item, okay, on your credit report. All right, so here's what's important, and I'm getting ready to open up and go to our website because this is leading you to, I want to show you your debt elimination tool and your cash flow strategist, because until you actually complete these items, you're not what we call initiated as a true myEconer, because you are missing the concept of where you're supposed to go. And this tool actually sets the strategy for you. See, I still got people in myEcon that's taking pencil and paper and talking about, well, I hear y'all talking about how am I supposed to do it? Okay, you're supposed to do it because we're giving you the tools. We give you the education, and then we give you the tools to make it happen. Okay, so you are supposed to be taking advantages of the tools, which only cost you $34.99 a month, and you could be out getting 3 or 4 different types of software here, and I still got folks that want to go to Excel spreadsheet. Y'all better go in here, because I see in order for you to make your spreadsheet, you got to have knowledge as to what goes on the spreadsheet. So we made it very, very easy for you. So look what's important. Keeping a balance on a credit card is rarely a good idea. The interest spent on credit card debt offsets the value of potential rewards. Let me tell you let me break this down. Keeping a balance on a credit card is rarely a good idea. It depends on what type of balance. I want you to understand that credit cards, if you have zero balance after so many months, they will say, and it's just to try to hurt us, but they will close those accounts because they say you don't need this line of credit. You're not using it. So if you do keep credit card balance, it needs to be at a minimum, and it needs to be strategically done. So if you pay your credit card debt off and you have a zero balance, guess what? Just use it every 6 months. Put $10, $20 on it, use it, pay it off, bam, you restart how they feel about you and your credit, having that line of credit. Because if you close it, you close out your history, which is going to take away from you, because you want to have history. The length of history is factored in that, and that's very important, okay? So the interest spent on a credit card debt offsets the value of potential rewards. Well, potential rewards, we're talking about where you have, if you're constantly paying a credit card for 5 years at the minimum rate, then you're overpaying your debt. That's finances that you could have been putting back or put into investments. And so the potential reward is your retirement. Having enough finances in place that you retire comfortably, right? So here are the things that we want you to take special consideration of. Loan consolidation. Now, let me tell you what type of loan consolidation I'm referring to. Because if you do, if you go on there and you see these things on TV, consolidate your loan, put them in a trust fund, do all this kind of stuff, debt management, guys, guess what? That hurts you. That goes on your credit report like a BK, just like a bankruptcy. It's saying you don't have the discipline to take care of your own lifestyle. And then the next thing is, if you go to a loan consolidation company, they're going to consolidate your charge-offs. They're going to consolidate your junk debt collectors, okay? And in our education, we found out we don't owe junk debt collectors, right? Because we have not made a contract with them. Once that debt has been charged off, they buy it a penny for $1. So debt consolidation companies are going to charge you a monthly fee of at least or up to 12% of the total debt. Now get this, they're not going to pay those debts. They're going to do something you could have done with your debt. I told you guys how I took one debt that was $16,000. I had something in mind. I wanted to get rid of it, and I paid $3,000. I let it go bad for 120 days, went to save my money, called them on the date it was going to be 120 days, got into their collection department and settled it for $3,000. That was my goal, because at the next time I knew it would hit my credit report, but I also knew what I needed to do to bring the score up. Bam, it helped me with my DTI, and I got in my house. I'm just trying to got me another house. So I just want to get rid of that $600 something a month. I didn't want that payment because that's a house note. So I changed my mind. You have a right to change your mind on a contract. I don't care what they say, that's my money. I changed my mind. So loan consolidation that I'm more or less talking about is if you put all of your debt into one loan with someone, okay, with a company, and then you're paying one note, okay, and then all of the other debt, guess what? It shows up paid in full. It's going to give you a credit boost. Now you have one note that you can afford, but we don't want you to stay there, okay, because all the rest of the debt is paid off. Now you can put this in a debt elimination plan and pay more on that loan, get this, and pay that off, and your debt is gone. Sometimes you have to do that because if you add up all of your monthly notes, they will be more than consolidating your loan. So let me make sure you get that. First, add up the cost. How much am I paying total out of all of my debt? And if it's more than what I could do by getting a consolidation loan, I might get me some breathing room to where I can pay my lights, gas, water, and redirect some things personally. Everybody don't believe in it, but guess what? You have to do what you have to do. I'm the girl that talks from a perspective of, no, I'm not a millionaire, I'm a survivor. So I've got to put my survival skills to work to get to where I'm trying to go to. Okay? Now, they're putting things in that you may, basically they're putting things in that you may or may not have to pay back. Absolutely. So borrowing to invest, that's another one. We just talked about real estate. And then credit card reward programs. Listen, this is how you really make money. You can have, if you increase your credit score, you can get prime lending cards. Prime lending cards will actually give you rewards for your spending. The points sometimes are so high till they actually pay your debt off. You would be in the negative with them, which is really a positive because you won't owe them. And that's where you want to get to with your credit cards. You want to get the type of credit cards that have rewards programs. So when you spend, they're giving you something back, and then eventually it pays your debt off. Okay? All right. So let's make our points, and then we're going to go to the website. Good debt is a loan that has the potential to increase your net worth. Bad debt involves borrowing money to purchase depreciating assets. Determining whether or not a debt is good or bad sometimes depend on an individual's financial situation, as well as other factors. Remember, I always want you to take this personally, but you at least got to implement the strategies to make it work. It is necessary that you have a plan. And finally, following the myEcon income shifting plan does what? I want everybody to type in there, it works. I want everybody to type in there, it works. Now, I always have to do a little spanking to those I talk to, because like I talked to a girl last week that's all over the place. As long as she's been a part of myEcon, she's all over the place. One is because she's distracted by making money. Y'all understand what I'm saying? She's distracted by making money. So she wasn't making enough money in myEcon. And so she went to making money with another networking company. I'm thinking she got one. She tells me about two others. Well, do you see that you're losing? Because you're going to have to be responsible for buying products and all the rest of them. And guess what happened? After she had to meet quotas with all the rest of them, her myEcon website went dead. The very thing that could help her out. And so what happens, people, when we get in that situation where we're not really trying it, I don't care how bad it feels emotionally or mentally, y'all got to put this strategy to work for you. Stop being shamed, stop feeling guilty, and go do the work. Little at a time. Make one accomplishment a week or by day, and it'll work. So here's my why. Here's why we do income shifting. First of all, we start with lowering your tax liability. When you lower your tax liability, guess what? You have money to eliminate debt. Next one. When you build business income, for those of you who are closed-mouthed about your business, if you built or created anywhere from $50 to $500 a month, guess what it would do? It will give you money to eliminate debt. Okay? Then when you eliminate debt, guess what that does for you? Because see, we already got our money working for us, right? Because we're following the steps. When we eliminate debt, guess what that helps? It helps us increase our credit score. This is why I keep saying, y'all want to jump in and say, Clarissa, I want to go straight to my credit system, when what you need to go is straight to the plan. Start operating your business like a business and not a hobby. Okay, get set up, start building a team and producing on your products. And then you can start eliminating debt. And that's going to move you to what? A better credit score. Now, when you have a better credit score, guess what happens? You save more money to invest, because now the things that you purchase with a better credit score, you're paying less for. You get a lower interest rate or no interest rate, which means you're saving money, people. I don't care if you don't see a dollar bill in your hand. Y'all got to know what saving money is, because over time, y'all want stuff tangible. You can't see it because you say, well, I don't see. People say, well, I'm eliminating. I'm doing all I can with my taxes. I don't see my money. Yes, you do. You see your money every paycheck. Now what you got to do is what you're supposed to do with your paycheck, right? You're supposed to be eliminating your debt, budgeting, putting money back, all of those things. And the reason you do that is because you did not pay a lot of money in taxes, right? Now, once you start saving your money, save more money and invest, you start investing. Okay, you start investing smart. Why? Because we teach you that. And when you start investing smart, guess what that does? That helps you obtain financial freedom. Do we have that? Do we have that? Okay, so now I'm going to stop sharing, and I want to go in, and I'm only going to do an overview of the financial tools. And here's why I'm pretty much changing the way I train, because you guys have some great videos, and people will say to me that they cannot take videos and make them work. Let me help you guys. Let me tell you why you can't do that. Because you have not blocked off the space. The first thing you're going to need is time. So you got to find the time. The next thing is you're going to need secluded space. Okay, I hate to say it, but I have to rearrange things because of my grandbaby. Okay, so my secluded space most of the time now is back at the office. So I can sit there and think. Then the next thing, you're going to act like you in class and trying to learn. Get some paper and pencil and sit down and back up the video. Watch it. There you go. Back it up. Go back. Make a star by something you need to do. Make notation. Just participating on the video, even commenting, is not good enough if you're not effectively putting it to work. You understand? So don't comment to make us feel good like you listening. I'm going to keep telling y'all, the only thing that makes me feel good is if I see a testimony. That's why I encourage y'all. We the only team page. I don't see nobody saying nothing most time. I'm trying to get you group me. I'm trying to get you to talk about it. Encourage yourself and encourage others. And then as a leader, as a coach, we have not done our job effectively if we don't see you working it. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now we're gonna get out of that, and I'm going to go. I'm gonna let Coach in to see if he has something to say before I bring up my screen from myEcon. Okay, so Coach McKee, you got some things?
Oh, I just want to say first and foremost, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so I just want to say thank you for this awesome training. Again, getting back to the basics. Oftentimes you can get away from what the core concept is, what you're trying to do. And at the end of the day, we're all trying to get our finances in order. So before you can think about jumping all the way over to the end, you got to go back to the beginning. And I surely appreciate you doing that for us. This training on good debt versus bad debt. This is really, I think there's a word that you said, and I just want to hop on it for a few seconds and I'll be done. Mindset. This good debt versus bad debt training is really about mindset, because at the end you laid out the why, and all of this stuff is connected together. So you got to be able to see this. if you're going to get to where you're trying to go. And so as our coach, you have done a great job of making this is all about the mindset. So those that are watching right now, I hope you take away not just the information, but an attitude of this is what it looks like when I put the system in play. When I start to work it and take the trainings and actually put it in play, this is what happens. And this stuff makes sense. And it is also appreciative that the knowledge that you're getting in school, you're bringing it over here to us in our myEcon training. And I want you to know that I've been paying attention to you. And so you have really inspired me to do some things as well. So I'm going to share something with you later, and you know, before I bring it to the group, but I'm going to share something with you that I've been working on. And part of that inspiration has come from following your lead. So I just wanted to say that, but kudos on this training right here. This has been great. I'm going to do a podcast about this right here. So thank you. You have given me some great content, and I'm going to be sure to give you credit. As a matter of fact, I may even want to interview you.
Awesome. Love it, love it, love it. Thank you. So that's what I like to hear, because you know what? You don't owe me nothing. My thing, you know, you can interview, but you don't owe me nothing. The gratitude of helping people and seeing people grow expands my heart. I mean, it gives me the greater drive to coach, to be a part of the team of myEcon, to continue even when I feel that some people are not getting it. And then even when people even quit, okay? And I know they're not getting it. So that's kind of disappointing, but hearing from those of you who are getting it, man, this gives me the drive to continue. So with that being said, I want to go here in our back office, in case you guys do not know, and thank you, Brandon, I see what you're saying. Back here in our back office, I'm gonna click on this because this is a quick debt eliminator, okay? How many of you have actually gone to this tool and use it? And let me tell you, even if you are limited, y'all should go use your tool, because this is why you can't build your team, because you don't know how to tell them about your tool. Everybody's not got their stuff together like some of you think you already have. But if you want to sell this, the only way to sell the concept and the strategy is that you use it. So I use everything. They keep talking about this new product, but I'm gonna let Joseph talk about some things later. So I'm gonna get it too. So listen, your debt elimination plan, okay? I got mine in here. Woo, look, a lot of stuff, because I had to go get me another debt, bought a house. But I use my tool, okay? Went just this week and bought a truck. Oh, Lord. Whew. Yes. Oh, yes. So it's getting better.
But you're gonna use that truck. It's gonna generate some income for you.
Yes, it is.
See?
Yes, it is. So we want to go over to the tool. I'm not done yet, Joseph. Just wait till I tell y'all about them houses I'm fixing to buy. Just give me the 2021. That's the goal. So, you know, since we own it, I so to speak, it's a myEcon testimony, just like a personal, but there's no way in recent events as a business owner, we were introduced to the economic something disaster loan program, right? And as a result of following this information, growing in finances and doing the things, y'all will not believe that Miss Pace got the most out of everything. Y'all ain't listening to me. I got the EIDL advance, the total amount. And the reason I got the total amount is because even when I went to LLC, I'm just telling y'all how this works. Even as I got the LLC, as much as our fearless leader would say, okay, Clarissa, good job for your self-employment. I was like, he doesn't know I'm listening to him. I won't be self-employed. I will have employees eventually. So I got employees, right? I started working to where I wasn't working that business all by myself. Okay, the next thing was the PPP loan. What the documentation that they asked for, if I did not have my tax records in place, not have a profit and loss statement, you guys, are you listening to me? Like what is in our cash flow manager. If I didn't know how all this stuff worked, I wouldn't have got a loan. But guess what I got? I got the PPP loan to pay my employees. Are you listening to me? Which in turn turned around, and where I had not been taking a salary, Miss Pace finally getting a salary out of her own business. Oh Lord, I checked my savings account yesterday. My savings account is getting bigger. I ain't gonna talk about the numbers. Then I opened my email, and the economic, I'm talking about why I do myEcon. Now, I open my email, and Arkansas has economic development, whatever grants, right? I open it up, and they're giving at least up to $100,000 for businesses. All they wanted to do was verify my information. Guess what? My tax record's in place. I just upload my tax records. Are you listening to me? And then got another email, and I'm thinking they were all connected. I didn't know past PPP was different from SBA. I got another offer from SBA, another huge, good sum of amount of money offered. And I've been just working humbly and using the strategy and doing the principle of being debt free to raise my business as I be taught. See, you can learn a lot if you go to a meeting. Just, that's why I say everything is personal, because why my goals are not yours. And all along as I've been involved, you guys, I've been able to pick out what I needed for the dreams. And matter of fact, I got a dream. I didn't even know I had a dream to do some things. And I began to dream bigger. Okay? So this is not in vain. Okay? Even that testimony, because that's going to encourage you to do the right thing. So let's take a look at the cash flow strategies. I'm going to start a new one. Okay? We're just going to do 5:30 training. Okay? I want you to know that you can do this on yourself. Guys, this is a business in a business by itself, because y'all could do this and make money. I'll package you up a little financial plan and make money doing other people's strategy. All right? Now, in our cash flows, yes, sir, I tell you, Joseph, I try to train. If I could keep people connected long enough, I could train them how to make money. Do you have to pay these loans back? Yes, ma'am. Well, the PPP loan, I do not have to pay back as long as I keep my accounting straight. It is about paying my employees and record keeping. It is a forgiveness loan. So I plan on not paying it back. Okay? Don't have to give it back. Don't have to give the advance back. So that's a forgivable loan. The grant from Arkansas, as long as I keep my record straight, my accounting straight, I don't have to pay that back. The loan that SBA offered is 3.75%, and that is a 30-year loan. And so you don't even have to start paying that back until 12 months later. Okay? So that would be the only one out of all the other funds that have come. That's the only one that has to be paid back. But get this, my business needs to build business credit. And the monthly amount is so low, that my business can stand it. And at the same time, I'm building my paydex score to guess what? I can go out and begin to get away from me even more. And my business can buy my homes, my cars, my Cadillac, my everything. The business will take care of Sister Pace. I'm sorry, I said Sister Pace. I mean, Clarissa Pace. Okay? So we on the cash flow strategies. The first area you fill in is your financial goals. If one of these, and you do it by numbers, if one of these priorities does not work for you, then fill in other, okay? So your goal may be to reduce your taxes and buy your home, or whatever your goal is, fill it in, okay? As I told you, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna explain. Retirement freedom goal. This is where you guys would actually look at your retirement. When we did this, the first time I was training with a lot of school teachers. Found out they did not understand their retirement, their school retirement. So this is going to be homework for you, where you pull out your 401ks, your 403bs, your IRAs, your CDs, and whatever else you have, so you can understand the percentages and the growth out of them, because you'll need to know the answers. I will tell you this: what's the least amount of monthly income you desire at retirement? This is going to be from a geographical scope. If I'm living in Monticello, actually by myself now, with no debt, now this is speaking with no debt, I could probably live off of $2,000 a month and be okay. I'm talking about Monticello, Arkansas. I am not talking about Monticello, Arizona. Okay? Now, what year at the latest do you plan to retire? I am 55 years old. Well, I'll be 55 in August. So I need to do the subtraction. I want to retire 6 years from now, 5 years from now, 60. So 5, that's going to be 2025, right? Because we're in the year 2020. Okay? So how much of your monthly retirement income do you expect to receive from Social Security? Okay, so you will go to ssa.gov. Somebody type that in. We talked about this before. ssa.gov. Now, when you get on ssa.gov, you make an account, and y'all, guess what? ssa.gov has money management stuff on there now. Stuff we've been talking about forever. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You've been in something that has been in the trend that's never going to die. It's never going to die. Taxes gonna always be here. But ssa.gov has some great information on there for somebody who is retiring. So go there and find out how you are lined up with your Social Security. Make sure all of your jobs are listed properly. Okay, and then you'll see basically how much you might be getting a month. I'm just gonna say $1,100 being very nice. Okay, 4, what is the approximate value of your investment portfolio? That's why I told you to review all that you have. It tells you to exclude pensions and Social Security right here. So if your approximate value of your investment portfolio now, let's say it is $95,000. I'm being nice. How much money do you currently invest monthly in long-term savings? I'm being nice. How much additional money monthly can you invest in your long-term savings? Just say nothing. How much money do you set aside for emergency funds? Let's say nothing. Do you feel you currently have a plan in place? Okay, if you are myEconer by now, you should be saying yes, because you're moving by that plan. But if you're new myEconer, you may not have it. I would say no. Okay, it's just being honest with yourself. Nobody's gonna see this form but you. Okay. Now, this is debt elimination, okay? And the reason it's on this form, because this form is going to help calculate your investing and where you're going to go. So you first need to show how you are going to accumulate more cash flow by eliminating your debt and calculating that into your ultimate investment goal. So right here, if I were you, this is where I take my credit report. I will take my credit report and make sure I have everything off the credit report, and then I start putting it in here. Okay. Yay! I have no balance, Miss Sheila. I have no balance with JCPenney anymore. pay them off this month. Yay! I've been aggressively moving towards saying, okay, so I'm done with them. Done with some Capital One, Walmart. Okay, but we're done. But let's say we were not done, and we had about, let's say, $5,000 there, and our minimum payment was $27. All right, now we got us a Capital One card. Okay, and that balance is about $3,500, and our minimum payment there is going to be about $97. Okay, then we're going to have us a mortgage, and that mortgage is $200,000. Okay, so then there, let me see, did I do that right? Yeah, I do that right. Okay, and there we are going to be paying about $1,600 a month. Okay, and then we're going to have a vehicle. Okay, and that vehicle is $45,000, and we're going to be paying about $700 a month. Okay, we'll stop there. Okay, so you can add, y'all can see. All right, now recurring monthly expenses. This is where you take a look at your overall spending. Okay, this may include your car insurance. Okay, you can save money by increasing your increasing your what do you call it, y'all? You know, where you set it at 1,500.
Your deductible.
Yes, you increase your deductible. So if you increase your deductible, it lowers your monthly payment. Now, talk about a plan. If you increase your deductible to 1,000, just say put 1,000 in a savings account or an investment account. So if something happens to you, your vehicle, guess what? You have the money, but at least it's not being eaten up and growing in insurance, on somebody's insurance. It makes you no good. Look at your eating habits, your spending habits on your cell phone. Where can you save there? Maybe you want to change your light company. We have one light company in Arkansas, but in other states they have several. So maybe you want to just begin to interview different things that you have, health insurance even. Look at your other insurance policies. How long have you had your cancer insurance policy? How long have you had just a rainy day insurance policy? They got insurance policies with everything. So start interviewing everything and seeing where you can save money, okay? So I'm gonna save and return to list. Okay, now you're gonna need to go to B. When you go to B, you actually set that, but we defaulted 8% in there because if you get any investment lower than 8%, it's not making you much money. So this is our recommendation. Now, what this form has done is calculated your need. This person actually looks good. They didn't want but $2,000 a month. But now I'm gonna go back. I need to go back and set that to 5,000 because I need to show y'all. Let me show you realistically. Okay, let's just go back. I just try to be nice. I'm gonna go back and make that top number 5,000 a month. Oh, am I in the right one? No, I'm in the other one. I'm in mine. Okay. Okay, let's go to this one. This one. Okay. Now, let's go to 6, 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Now, we're going to do save. All right. Now we're going to go to B. Okay. $6,000 is what a person wants to live on when they retire. Because they want to go fishing, hunting, playing, vacationing overseas, Paris, and so forth. Hopefully the COVID is gone. Number 2, your projected monthly dollar amount that will be provided by your pension was $1,100. So it's subtracted from the $6,000 because guess what? You know you're going to be getting that on a monthly basis. So now all you need is $4,900. Your total assets over a period of time, if you keep them going like they are at 8% rate of return, you're going to have $735,000. Projected value of assets on, this is what you'll need. Your projected value on today is $95,000. And if it grows, guess what? It's going to be less than $735,000. That means you're $593,000 away from having $6,000 a month access to you. Does that make sense, everybody? Tell me if it makes sense. Okay, so now we know that we need $593,464.66. Our monthly amount needed for investments to build, because remember, we only was investing $300 right here and we had nothing else extra. Your system is saying you need to create at least $8,000 a month so that, or you need to invest it so you can reach $735,000 so you can have your dividend of $6,000 a month coming to you. But as we see, you're only investing $300 a month, which means you're $7,776.89 away. So this is kind of like a wake-up call. Oh Lord, what do I need to do? If I see this, I might start having a yard sale. I'm gonna tell you, I like to do my balance and income sheet so I can see what my assets and liabilities are. So I'm gonna start getting rid of liabilities. Why? Because if I start doing things like this, I can take the money that I have from that and I can start pouring it into my investments so I can reach my goal. Does that make sense? Now, right here is where myEcon starts working for you. So we assume that anybody can make $100 a month from myEcon. So we make it easy on you. It's defaulted. We assume that anybody can change their W-4 and increase it to $250 a month. However, if you were already doing well and the increase by 50, change it. This is about you. Now, we didn't put any, I didn't put the minimizing expenses in there, but let's go on to debt. Once we went to debt and we see what we are eliminating, we see that we have $350 available to help reduce our debt. Now we start pouring in that $350 to our debt, and we have been scheduled to pay this debt off by using this money. Now, guess what? You can adjust it. Say you want 300, you got 350, you say, but really, I want to start, I need to use $50 of it because I've been running short on my car note. I actually want to take another 50 and put it in my emergency fund, and I'll leave the rest of it. So I'm going to recalculate this. I'm going to save it, right? I'm sorry, I should have saved and gone to the, I hope y'all still with me and we're getting it. I'm going here, I'm going to save it. Now I'm going to go back to B. Remember, this is about you, so you fix it. Now I only have $50 to put in toward eliminating my debt. So now I see that my debt will be eliminated in a total of 163 months, and my debt-free year is 2033. If I continue to eliminate my debt, I give myself at least $2,474 to the good that I can start investing. And when you look at this right here, you look at your recent portfolio, you look at what you already put in back, you got a total of $95,300, right? So now you're going over here and you're seeing that if you continue to do what you do, then you're going to build. This is just showing you how your money is going to increase. And then finally, you get over here, your monthly investments post-debt elimination, you're investing more over here, and your financial freedom goal meets your retirement goal that we saw in the beginning. But that's going to take you to 2038, which is 2020 now. That's going to take you, what, 18 years? Is that 18 years? That's going to take you 18 years. So when you see these numbers, guys, you determine where you want to go from here, how you want to work your strategy from here. And all you do is I clicked on C, and this is at the point of which I advise that you, guess what? I'm going to show you again. That's what you do. You print it off and you put it in your binder, okay? And every time you go in and update your cash flow strategies, you put it in your binder. Keep it running so you can see your testimony, so you can see how good and how well you are taking care of things. Okay, so I am done with that, and I'm going to take some questions. Joseph is going to listen. I want y'all to hang on because myEcon has just made some changes to our compensation and our ranks. And for the summer, we get a chance to make some good money. And I don't know about y'all, I could use some more money so I can help pay off this debt. Okay. All right, Joseph, on you. And you can ask questions on here and we'll get to your questions.
All right. Let's see if we got some questions coming in first. And while we're waiting, again, I thank you for that training. I'll just go ahead and say this. Over the past 2 months, I've been working on a project that I've been thinking about for about the last 2 to 3 years. And it's finally getting ready to come to life. And it is the Learn and Earn Academy online school. So I've been working on it, and I've been building it up and thinking of classes, and the concepts that we learn here will be some of the things that I'll be teaching and stuff like that. But what you've done is, I think those of us that are on here, I think you've taken us right back to the beginning. And this is what it's all about. This is a part of the plan. The Learn and Earn Academy and those things, selling courses with information that you learn, developing learning activities and stuff like that. It's all a part of, taking the money, creating you an asset to make you some more money so you can pay off your debt and lower your tax liability and stuff like that. So all of it is connected, and I just want to say thank you personally. Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
I have
you.
master classes. When I relaunch Shekinah Services LLC, part of this will be a part of my master class. Yes.
Yes. So if you all are out there watching, I want you all to kind of pay attention to that. The things that we learn in the various trainings that we attend, the different educational settings, whether it be college, any type of professional development, we're simply taking that information and we're packaging it in a way to help people solve problems. So the master class, this comes from years of experience that Ms. Pace has, from the learning that she's had, and now she's packaged it in a way to be able to assist people. It just so happened that she gets paid for it. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. So even the information that we get here today, as a myEconer, as anybody right now, you can take this and start using it, implementing it, and then you can turn around and teach it to people. That's what this whole thing is about. So I hope you all are taking that advice and taking that cue as well from what Ms. Pace is doing. So without any further ado, it doesn't appear that we have questions. I'm going to go ahead and just do a brief, quick, one slide overview of the summer promotion that myEcon Mr. Stokes talked about the other night. And again, as Ms. Pace says, this is a great opportunity to make you some additional cash flow so you can get rid of that bad debt and increase your credit score. All right. So let me share. Do I have the ability to share my screen? I think I do. Oh, no.
Do you?
Yes.
Let me give you,
no, I don't.
make you the host. Hold
okay.
On. I'm sorry.
All right. I have it now.
Okay.
Okay. So this is going to be, again, just one page overview of the promotion. All right. So Summer Gold promotion, Mr. Stokes came on the other night and he talked about, every time they do this, they talk about how it's a way to get money out to people quicker and faster and things of that nature. So here it is again. And now this promotion period starts today and it goes through October 2nd. All right. So you got from May 30th until October 2nd to position yourself and make you some great money. So EVP Gold, of course, you know, when you come in, you're EVP. To become an EVP Gold, it was, I think, 8 income shifting membership sales. All right. Now it's 2. So you come in and you get 2 personal sales, 2 EVP membership, income shifting membership sales. You will become an EVP Gold. Now, there's no cash bonus attached to it, but you get to make that rank quicker. Remember, it was 8, now it's 2. So you can literally, a new person can literally become EVP Gold in a matter of minutes or an hour or even a day. The next rank is EVP Platinum. So where, if I'm not mistaken, that was 50. Now, 40 active memberships, counting no more than 20 per leg. So when you get to 40, you're now in EVP Platinum. And once you hit that, you get a $250 cash bonus. So now you're going to get your direct commission for the sale, and you're going to get that $250 cash bonus when you hit EVP Platinum. Now the next one is EVP Infinity. That was 300 active memberships. Now it's 200 active memberships during this promotion period with no more than 80 per leg. So Ms. Pace, you got 200. I see you over there. 200 active EVP memberships, all right, with no more than 80 per leg, and you get $1,000 cash bonus. All right. So I want you all to think about that. To make gold is 2, platinum is 40, infinity is 200. No cash bonus for the gold, a $250 cash bonus for EVP Platinum, and $1,000 for infinity. So what does that mean for you? That means you got to get active. That means you got to get to work. That means you have to log into your back office. You have to log into your membership. You have to use your tools. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to use all the tools because you may not be at a space where you can or you need to. Focus on the one that you need to use right now. That may be changing your W-4. It could be going in and figuring out, you know what, I need to start record keeping. It could be setting your doing your cash flow strategies. It could be your credit repair. It could be whatever. Whatever point you are at, go use that tool. Go use that tool for about a week. Get familiar with that tool for about a week. As a matter of fact, take you about 2 days. Watch those videos. Go back, make notes like Ms. Pace. Rewind, watch again, go back, rewind, do the activity, learn what to do the activity, and then turn around and go teach somebody or just tell somebody what you've done. That's the only way this happens. All right. And so then once you do that, your goal is to continue to do it, but also help position someone else. So we can get to 2. You can get to 2. And you certainly can get to 40, and you can get to 200. So we got from today until October 2nd, 2020 to hit these ranks. And so, Ms. Pace, that's the promotion. That's it. That's it. And I think everybody just has to make a commitment. You got to make a commitment to get this. So 200 active members, and you're EVP Infinity.
Awesome. So I just hope those who are watching will actually make a new commitment for the summer because I have a lot of, I guess now, EVPs. I don't know because I don't hear from people and I don't see them. And but I guess I have a lot of EVPs who can reach goal if they just recruit two. And then if you guys go on, that will help Miss Pace get to that infinity. I've been trying to get to infinity. I'm just a
So
few people away, I
so
think, because some
so
are
we
sick.
need to know. So we need to know how many you are away from infinity. We need to
I
know what the target is so we can help you get there.
24.
All right, 24.
Mm-hmm.
24. So if all of us that are watching, all right, if all of us that are watching can commit to sponsoring one person, if you're in direct connection to Mrs. Pace team, all right, if you commit to one person, we can help Miss Pace get to infinity.
Yep.
And that one person would put us one individual closer to reaching whatever level we're trying to get to.
And if you get to gold, Miss Pace commits to get you to infinity. So I'm just saying, because that's what we're here for. And when I reach out and say, hey, I love what Keith is doing, he's showing us and he's helping me because he knows I've had church and stuff to deal with. But like he's been doing with his team, relaunching your business, I asked who would like to relaunch. I would love to do, I'm where I can set the time because I'm going back to my Mondays. I'm off from work now. Tax season is still in, but I've slowed down because they should have come on. But and I'm making some moderations here to go back to my regular schedule of being off on Mondays. And I can help people relaunch their business and build their business. So team members, let me know if you want to relaunch. I'm the girl. Coach McKee will help. Coach Chris will help. And that's the good news about it. We'll all help you have a relaunch and get your business built. Okay? And that's all I have for today. Coach, you have anything else?
No, ma'am. That is all I have for today. I have greatly enjoyed this training. I have
Thank you.
enjoyed this training.
Thank you. I got more under my belt. So hold on. I'm coming back again. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you.
guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.
Yes, ma'am. You do the
Bye-bye.
same.